Hello, this is Georgia and Cosmic Heart Space. So I've come to do a little video quite late, so the lighting is a little bit dark, but I hope that you can see this code that I have recently done, and it's now been placed on the wall so you can see it whilst I'm talking to you. The code itself was done whilst in a deep state of I don't know if you can call it meditation because I'm awake. Not that you're not awake when you're meditating, but you know, I had my eyes open and I'm doing what I'm doing. But you're in a kind of a deep trance, theta kind of state. And what I was doing, I was really connecting into Green Tara's consciousness. Whilst doing that, drawing upon the vibration and love of compassion and bringing through higher states of compassion, higher states of love. Now, when I call upon like a ascended master, it's not that I'm calling upon them and they are them and this is me. It's like I'm merging with that energy. Okay, so it's like I'm merging with that consciousness. That consciousness is becoming a part of my consciousness. So if we look at our higher self, it's really like a portal gateway to bringing in different vibrational frequencies, different consciousness, which has different energy and different information. And that's why we talk about Green Tara as the goddess, the Buddha of compassion, and brings through that energy. And that's why people chant her mantra to call upon that energy. And I'm sure they ask for many other things, but the main thing is to embody what that consciousness is all about. So we may tap into different consciousnesses, and it can be lower consciousness, it can be higher consciousness. But right now, I think in this time and age, this day and age, should I say, it's not about necessarily like say like the time of like Jesus. It's like this one being that we talk about within that time, bringing through this higher state of consciousness and teaching. It's now that there is a mass collective. This is what this kind of awakening and remembrance is that there's a remembrance that we are all one of this universe, and the consciousnesses, we are all able to access that because it was all a part of us. It's all an aspect of us. So what I was going to lead on to that, and I will do a bit of light language to sort of help others to kind of feel into that, and hopefully gain a message through to their higher self that helps them to remember this. But first, I just wanted to show you something on my phone. So this was in November last year. My mum had actually gone to a museum to see the history and like manuscripts of like ancient Buddhist texts. And there's like a jacket as well, which was all about protection. And I don't know the whole context of everything because I wasn't there myself. But anyway, she let me know. She said, oh, because she knew I did do light language channeling and whatever. And she wants to understand. She didn't quite understand it, should I say. And she wanted to understand more about it. This is what she found when she was there. So this is the jacket. I don't know if you can see it very well in this picture. But I feel like it's really important to share this with other people that, you know, sometimes what we're channeling, we don't necessarily always understand it completely straight away. But, you know, ancient texts are showing that this is what's coming through now, through people. This isn't like a taught thing. This is again consciousness coming through. So my mum had seen this back in November last year, and she was going like, I think this is you. I think you're like, doing this like stuff from here, from this time. This, and they're talking about this is all about green Tara back then. Okay. And I'm like, yeah, I channel it, but other people, my light language scripture isn't always exactly the same as everybody else, but there are some that, link or intertwine. And she's like, oh, okay, so it's not just you doing it. It's a consciousness of that's being, tapped into by hundreds, but potentially, thousands, maybe even millions. I don't know how many are out there are doing it. There's a vast majority of people that are doing this. And it's just showing that that's awakening there. Now, that was obviously last year. I just was like, yeah. This is now coming around this year. I have been doing some initiations with the Sophia Code from that Sophia Code book. If anyone knows it, take a look. It's pretty good. And it was like really bringing that through. And I was getting all of that message through, and I was getting the message about the consciousness and in integrating these consciousness. And the importance of understanding about the linking with our higher self, and how that helps us to merge with not just what we perceive as just our higher self, but and know how intertwined it is, that all of this is there's so much that we need to kind of break down these old systems of beliefs of how we perceive these energies and all these beings that were masters. We are now bringing the mastery onto this earth, and sharing this with the world. We're all remembering this, and they are there as an assistance in the ether. So if you would like to just sit in a nice grounded place with me, with your feet nicely rooted on the ground, or laying down, possibly feet on the ground would be better. Having your hands up, facing up. You can keep your eyes open and focused here, if you can see it very well. And I'm going to close my eyes. I'm really going to connect in by taking deep breaths in and long breaths out. Really filling up my lungs with beautiful, higher divine consciousness, higher states of love. I'm going to now create a space with these divine beings. We're in a beautiful sphere of golden light, crystalline divine light. It's just holding us in this space so we can allow ourselves to be safe in our surrendering to this initiation of remembrance of who we are, of our abilities to tap into these higher states of consciousness, to communicate with multidimensional beings that are in essence us. Understand that there is no hierarchy. We're just at all different ends of the spectrum. Staying connected to your breath. Allow yourself to just gaze into the code, or close your eyes and just feel the energy moving through your body. It's pure love, undivided attention of pure compassion for yourself, all beings, through all time and space. Breathe in and just allow yourself to move how you want to move. If you want to do some toning, if you want to chant a mantra, just go with it. Feel connected into your higher self and what is needed in this now moment for you. Dorto marte atara no ora ma ashi atara ono omati atara ama ano o oto. Di rama atara ono oma atara amii. Ondoro ma ati arata o ti amarata a. Tira anama oro okutea shiamaro okuro omara iaro konamara. Ishikira moro opre ebrodi te arapotoro kama. Nira oro shiara kama roto kurma ame. Miro okadade arashiti arakota atia ta ora ma ayashi. Doroko maa kiro otoki kira shukuto pranama. Moro washia diaro ayashia da tari otoramata. Tiki okuro o tiamana. Ti ashikuro o da. Ti atara ato e kia shia moto miana. Moya be ea kia akua ye. Ashii haye hadoye nahaye ki aha. Breathing in and allowing it to integrate into the body. You get a sense of openness, expansion from the heart and all the way up and out and around your body. Feel like you're just taking your breath for the first time. We honor you and love you for taking this divine sacred path. Namaste, dear ones. I hope you enjoyed this little snippet of remembrance and joy. Kondarama di kutashi tanomana ki kututaki.